Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Again, very clear uptrending structure here for the ES. We continue to be at a cycle high, which means we could rotate at some point back down to the bottom and then be another buying opportunity. Remember, these pullbacks have been very short-lived here. 1 to 3 days. This was a 1 day, 1 morning turnaround, a couple of days kind of sideways here. So it's been very quick. If it does happen, it would be a 1 to 2, 3 day type of thing, and then we just turn this thing right back around until proven otherwise. This market is very bullish right now, is driving higher. Yesterday we had a failed new low that led a little bit higher, and today we are holding above the previous session's high, 2-day highs, just barely, and that is 33.29. Call it 33.30. And there's a bit of a box that is formed above that zone. So that's going to be the early level to watch here on an intraday basis, 33.30. Watch that zone. There's a little box there, and if price fails to hold 33.30, perhaps there's a rotation back down a bit. If it continues to hold 33.30, overall uptrending behavior is likely to be seen. So right now, that's the early intraday level to watch for minor intraday weakness, but again, any pullback could be seen as a buying opportunity once a trigger zone, the PIMA trigger zone, is hit. All right, let's take a look now at the NQ. You'll see with the NQ that this one has been trending higher as well. This one has been elongating tremendously here after that recent pullback into the PIMA trigger zone. Just very bullish price action. Here's an LVN that's been left behind in the profile here, and again, we could literally drop into that LVN and still be a buying opportunity as this thing continues to show uptrending price action right now. Now, to see a pullback of that nature, again, we haven't seen that type of pullback since August. Since August, this thing has been full on to the upside. Here's your August pullback, which again was only about 5 days, and then since then it's been straight up with very minimal pullbacks or sideways types of periods in the meantime. So again, very strong price action. Any pullback to this zone here, 89.30, 925, could still be a buying opportunity. A breakdown of that zone opens up more weakness. Right now, not likely to happen at the moment. For the NQ, the intraday level to watch, it's going to be about 92.15. A failure to hold 92.15 could open up a little bit more weakness, but again, that's only intraday and short-term type of price action. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. You'll see here with crude oil, this one has had trouble hanging on to any kind of move higher. This is the big blow up that happened here, and then you saw a major turn down, and price could not lift off of these lows, forming a clear range. Saw a rejection here at the top end of the range a couple of days ago, and now price holding at the bottom end of that range again. What I mentioned before was the fact that we have rejected these resistance, 65, 66, right in this zone, again suggests that we were headed back to the middle point of this range, and that's 57.30 here. We reached that zone for all intents and purposes, and I mentioned before that if we pull back towards 60, it could be a continuation toward 54, maybe even as low as 50 to 52. So right now we're still working our way down toward the bottom of this range. And again, we could see a little bit more price action to the side before continuation occurs, but all signs are pointing down at the moment. Lastly, if we take a look here at GC, you'll see with GC, now this is a one that's a little bit more difficult to discern right now. Again, we have this very clear resistance that has come across these highs. We saw a very clear rejection here, and now price is being absorbed off the right edge, right at that 1565 level that we talked about last week. We hit it yesterday and pulled back. And again, you can see this compression right here in this zone. You don't even have to see the bars. You just know it's very compressed. And right now, bears are trying to keep that 1565 offered. And if they do, we're going to see a rotation back down. So again, bears are defending here for a shot at pulling this thing back. And if it does, we see 1525, maybe as low as 1440. Obviously, this market's been very bullish, and the path seems higher. So right now, with these bears that have come in to defend, you're seeing higher lows off the lower end of this range. So perhaps there is a squeeze coming through 1565 that sparks this thing higher. Again, the broader market has been very bullish, and it's been pushing higher. So this one has been a little bit more muted and holding. but this market has never been too far away from rallying to another new high here in the recent time frame. So right now, watch 1570. Above 1570 could squeeze nicely. Staying below 1565 to 1570 suggests more sideways and perhaps a little bit of downside price action. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.